Hello and welcome to part 8 of our Tamiya 1/12 scale Martini Brabham BT44B Formula 1 car. And this, if all goes well, will be the final video. We're actually going to finish it off in this video. In the last one, we were going to clear coat the last of these parts, which I did after all the decals are on. So there's our clear coats are on now, so they're all looking nice. And I finally got the wheels done, so I'm pretty happy with the way they turned out. From arm's length they look quite good. I'm happy with that. Now I haven't done the front wheels, smaller ones, and I don't think I will. They're just a bit too small. I struggled getting them to look like that. Even with the Posca pens, it's not fine enough to do the lettering on these small ones. So I'm going to leave the front ones not done. I mean, I could always take them back off if I get the confidence up, or if someone gives me a tip on how to do those small letters in the comments, that would be great, and I'll give it a go. But I'm just not confident that I can get them done, so I'm going to do them, put them on without doing the lettering. Everything else is good. We've got the cockpit shroud around the side done. The decals are on, the rear view mirrors are on, as you can see there, looking nice. And we also have a couple little pieces here which are for the stand. So these go under the base of the car. I'm not sure how much clearance they give once the wheels are on, but I'll leave them until the wheels are on, and then I'll put them on, and then we can well, it tells me to put them on at the end of the build, so that's what I'm going to do. There they are in here, and you don't glue them either, which seems a bit unusual because they just don't hold in there. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how that goes. Our steering wheel is done and on. We saw that in the last video, and decals are all done. So alright, so what I'm going to do now, I guess, is put these panels on, which don't get glued on, they all just attach. Now there is one thing I do have to note and let you guys know about, and that is that we made a mistake way back in probably the second video. Okay, well, that's if you followed my instruction, you would have. This sway bar that goes across the front here, it's very difficult to see in the instructions which way it goes on, and it looked like it was curved up and then went down onto the struts. Okay, that's how it looks like in the instructions. We'll have a quick look and I'll show you. Where was it? It was way back towards the beginning. Here it is in step 11. All right, so in step 11 there's our sway bar, and it looks like I'll put it on right, but actually this bar was completely upside down. Okay, and that's a mistake, and I will go back through the video, and in the description of the video I'll put the correction in there. Hopefully people will see that. But that video goes, this sway bar goes up the other way. The reason I found out is because when I tried to attach this on, it was getting in the way of those two attachment points which are there. It was bumping the panel and it wasn't fitting. I thought that's just completely wrong. That's not going to fit. They have to be curved down. So what I had to do was, because these are actually glued in place here, I actually had to cut the bar at both ends, turn it around, and then glue it back, which is fine. It's gone back on and it's okay. It won't have any effect on the steering. The steering still works as it should, so no problem there. All right, but yeah, that wouldn't go on at all. Anyway, I'll put these panels on, and well, no, actually I'll put the wheels on. There we go. So we've got our wheel nuts in the bag here. We've got our tool over here for reaching in and tightening them on. So let me go put these wheels on and we'll come back and see how it looks. Okay, all right, I'll be back in a sec. Okay, there it is, wheels are on. Using that little tool to put the nuts on is essential, otherwise you're going to be fiddling around with with your tweezers trying to get them on. That worked out well. So there they are, starting to look good now. Hey, you can see the lettering on the side. I'll just see if I can show this at a bit of an angle. Okay, probably better the other way. There you go, good year. All right, very good. Steering works as it should. Suspension works, which is amazing. Let me just lift it off this here and put it down. So if I press down, look at that. Suspension's working on the front, suspension on the rear going up and down, and the wheels turn. There you go. All right, now I just need to put these on. Okay, let me go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back everyone, and there it is, completed. Actually finished it, all done. The Martini Brabham BT44B from 1975, and that's from the German Grand Prix edition that we went with. There was the choice to go with the Belgian one as well. I think that was right, the Belgian one. Brazilian. But that one was the German Grand Prix. Some subtle differences, but not much. Just some of the locations of the decals were a little bit different. We do have quite a few decals left over. Quite a few spares there, so I guess that's a good thing. Rather have them left over than not enough. We had one wheel nut left over, so that was a spare, which is good. Plenty of hose and piping left over for spark plug leads of future builds, but it went together really well. Some very little fiddly bits in amongst it all that had to be done, especially with that suspension in the rear and the front. The detail in that's incredible. All these little arms that have got to clip onto the different what do you call them, suspension arms and stabilizer bars and so forth. Amazing, all the detail. The exhaust was pretty tricky, getting that in right, and keeping everything in the right order was the important part, and making sure everything is straight. But it went on fine. We did a few extra little bits with some blue on some of those aluminium connecting points around the oil coolers, just to add a little bit of color there. Nice touch with these. Shame they don't have the mesh grill over the top. I think you can buy them as aftermarket as well. The interior came up well. The cockpit came up really nice with the dashboard. The seat belts look good in there. All this went on well. This sits on, but it does seem to raise up a little bit at the back there, just a tad. So all I need to do is just put something under that headrest where the helmet would sit, and that would just hold that down and reduce the gap along the bottom. But it's only a fraction, like a quarter of a millimeter. And once this goes on, once this goes over the back and covers the engine, well, that pushes down on it and keeps everything nice and in order as well. And that clips in, 2 clips on either side hold that firmly in place, as well as these that sit on the rear disc brakes. Obviously that's a vent, so the air comes in through, gets blown down there over the whole engine and also down over the disc brakes. So pretty cool. So it covers over, but I like to display it with that engine. I like to be able to see the engine, so I would probably have that sitting off it. You can take off the front air dam as well. That all went on well, clips into place once we fixed that sway bar up and got it up the right way. The tyres look good. They look good. They look well worn. Sanding them is the best way to get that appearance and get rid of that center seam line that was on there. So they look like they've done a few laps now. It looks really good. Decals all went on, as I said, no problem. They went on really well. I didn't put a clear coat. They just went straight on the paint, which the Mr. Hobby Paints is a nice thick paint with a nice shine on it anyway. So they went on really well. All I did was use Mr. Mark softener, and which is also a Mr. Hobby product, and that helped them set down and you know, sit in the contours, especially down the front here where these two here sitting across the rivets. All the rivets came through the decal like it was actually like it should look. It looks really nice. The number 7 went down on top of the decal there. That was I was concerned about, but no problem at all. It was really nice. There's no shining, there's no silvering. It looks really good. The mirrors in the rear view mirrors are a nice touch. I'll show some photos at the end that I took so you can get a better view and see it from all different angles. But all the suspension works. So the front suspension goes up and down, the rear goes up and down, the wheels turn, and of course the steering wheel turns the front wheels. So everything works. So yeah, that's it. I really enjoyed this. I highly recommend it. If you haven't done a Formula 1 car before, give it a go. It's different. You don't have to go worrying about a really nice, you know, Ferrari looking paint job on these. They don't need to be like that mirror finish, but just the Tamiya gloss on that is all I've done, and it's come up fine. No problem at all. Just a nice enough shine on there. That looks great. So yeah, excellent. So thank you all so much for following me along. This was 8 parts to this series. Got quite a bit done through each part, and definitely worthwhile if you want to build this to take a look and check out my mistakes so you don't make mistakes. That's one of the reasons why I do these, is give people a bit of a guide and a few hints and tips along the way. Yeah, so please, your comments are welcome down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're going to grab one, buy one and build it, or if you've got one in your stash you're thinking of getting out and putting it together, because they look really good. I'm going to keep this in here for a little while, but I may actually end up donating this possibly to the Winner Hobby Store here in Chiang Mai in Thailand, where I'm now living. And yeah, I think they've got some nice display area there at the entrance to their shop with a bit of space. I'm sure they can make to put this in there. I think it'll look good. All right, thanks again. Thumbs up if you can. Don't forget to subscribe. It's free to subscribe. You can join now and become a member and get some extra perks. Just hit that join button. It'll tell you what's there. What's there. You get special little emojis and so forth, and a few extra things. I do a little extra content for members, and it really greatly helps towards me going out there and buying the paints and things I need. So I need to restock on everything now that I've moved here and had to give everything away. So I'm starting from scratch, and all your contributions are really helping a lot. So membership is a great way to do that. There's also a PayPal option down there if that's easier for you, and you can also buy me an iced coffee. Iced coffee because it's quite hot here. So yeah, thanks everybody, and I hope you have a good day, and you enjoyed the series, and I'll see you all in whatever the next build is going to be. Don't forget to see you on weekends when I do my live stream, and it's a good opportunity for you guys to jump in the chat and say hello and let me know who you are and where you're from, and if you have any questions and tips or suggestions, let us know on the live stream. It'd be great. And also we've got our Facebook group too. You're welcome to join our Facebook group. The link's in the description below. just jump on there, hit that, and you'll get accepted. A couple of questions there. You just need to be a subscriber at least of the YouTube channel, and you can throw up your pictures and show us what's on your bench. All right, everybody, thank you. I'll go now, and there will be a slideshow at the end to watch all the photographs I took of this. I won't put the instructions up at the end like I have on the other videos, but they're all there on the other videos you're available to download and have a look at. All right, cheers all. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.